Here are a few webinar details. We have muted all participants due to prevent any background noise. There will be a Q&A session at the end of the presentation. Please type your questions in the Q&A section as you have them, and we will answer questions in the order in which they are received. Also, please make sure to type each question once. With that said, we'll go ahead and get started. My name is Robert Rodriguez. I'm one of a few study abroad counselors for the International Education Office. And now we'll get started by talking about our office. The International Education Office is the one-stop shop for undergraduate study abroad opportunities. At our office, you can consult with our study abroad advisors, coordinators, and we can connect you with peers who have studied abroad themselves. Today, I'll be leading this webinar, First to Go Abroad Students. Here's a quick overview. We'll be discussing a few topics today, ranging from COVID-19 to program types and credit, program costs and funding, steps to apply, and addressing parent-guardian concerns regarding study abroad. Study abroad and COVID-19. As of now, all summer programs and beyond are scheduled to run. While programs are scheduled to run, UCLA and its partners like UCEAP are closely monitoring developments regarding COVID-19. This is to ensure the safety of our students and faculty. Due to the pandemic, the UCLA IEO is considered of go, no-go decisions and limited double enrollments for UCEAP, where students enrolling in UCEAP programs during the academic year can maintain their UCLA enrollments for the term plan to study abroad for an extended period. In addition to go, no-go decisions, virtual alternatives for select programs are currently being developed by our coordinators. More information will eventually be posted regarding virtual alternatives on our website, which we'll discuss a little further as we move along. Also, we're working in an ever-changing environment where students who desire to stay abroad in the near future will need to be flexible, as factors outside of our control may change plans unexpectedly. Finally, we would like to encourage you to renew or apply for a passport as soon as possible. We know the U.S. Department of State has an extensive backlog of passport applications. It's currently taking longer than their usual 6 to 8 weeks processing window. We strongly encourage students who can to apply for or renew their passport now or as soon as possible to ensure they have a passport in a timely manner. A handful of programs will require students to secure a student or visitor visa before departure to enter certain countries. This may require students to have a passport well before their departure date. This information is for U.S. citizens traveling with American passports, but similar delays may be occurring with your nationality's passport processing offices. Now we'll begin to highlight the study abroad options that are available. So we have 4. First here is travel studying, a UCLA faculty-led program, UCLA Global Internship Programs, UCLA Global Cities. These first 3 options are summer-only programs. Next, we have UC Education Abroad program. In addition to summer, UCEAP also offers fall, spring, and year-long options. As now, I will begin to highlight specific program samples for each type of program. First up, we have UCLA Summer Travel Study. UCLA Summer Travel Study is led by a UCLA faculty member that will be traveling with you and teaching courses and also leading excursions. Registration will officially open November the 18th. That's next week. So it's coming up. And in order to secure a spot, a $200 deposit is required. The program length ranges 3 to 6 weeks in duration. And the coursework for travel study programs are pre-selected. In other words, these courses were guaranteed to transfer back to UCLA without any steps that you would need to take. Here's a sample program. This sample program is located in Denmark. Time frame 4 weeks. Highlights shared facilities, several program excursions. The coursework there you see Scandinavian 50W, and an example of what it satisfies. Diversity requirement, writing requirement. Next up, we have the UCLA Global Internship. This is a brand new program. All internships are credit bearing and all internships are unpaid. So here you'll see a snapshot of what the structure of the global internship looks like. The program length, 8 weeks in country, 10 weeks online courses. The number of units you will earn, the in-person and virtual options are also provided there, and registration open earlier in the month, November the 2nd to be exact. And in order to secure a spot, a $200 deposit is required. Here are a few examples of the internship placement tracks. You see Australia there, South Africa. For engineering, you see Japan, Germany, Canada. For public affairs and global affairs, Colombia, Ireland, Vietnam. So as I mentioned, this is a brand new program. So I would encourage you, if you're interested in internship opportunities, to take a look at UCLA Global UCLA Global Internship. This is a sample program. Time frame summer, 8 to 10 weeks. The highlights, obviously the internship opportunity that will be available to you. Self-care excursions, high, and of course, an internship is also listed here. Next up, we have UCLA Summer Global Cities. The Global Cities program is a unique collaboration between partner universities abroad and UCLA. It offers a comparative perspective through coursework and social events that highlights the creativity, economics, social, political, and cultural background of the host cities. It provides the opportunity to enjoy a unique academic and cultural experience that combines credit-bearing courses with special events. In this program, the first half of summer, session A, you will be abroad with the host university. The final half of the program, which is session C, you will return to UCLA along with the same cohort and complete the program. As of now, there are 3 different options. We have Amsterdam, Barcelona, and Milan. All courses that are approved by UCLA for a transfer. This registration will open November 18th and will close April 1st. To secure a spot in this program, a $200 deposit is required. This is a sample program that we're highlighting, this one specifically in Barcelona. Summer program, the highlights, the social exchange program and all the UCLA summer sessions. Satisfy Gs and possibility for select major minors via petition. Finally, we have UCEAP programs that offers summer, fall, spring, and year option. While abroad, you will maintain your UCLA student status while participating in any of the EAP programs that are available. Opportunities consist of satisfying general ed courses, major requirements, internships, language programs, and research opportunities. Eligibility requirements will vary from program to program and will consist of a GPA and class level. Few programs will have a language requirement. As long as you maintain eligibility, meet all deadlines, you should be going abroad. There's no application fee required to submit a UCEAP application. First come, first serve for most programs. I'm highlighting a program, Yonsei University in South Korea. As you can see, This program offers fall, spring, and year-long options. And you can see the range of dates, in this case, from a month-to-month perspective of when you can expect to be abroad. And the type of credit that's available is also provided. Other highlights include internship volunteer opportunities, a language buddy program with local Korean students, and courses taught in English. Most courses through EAP will be taught in English. Here's just a few sample subjects that are available: sociology, economics, psychology, philosophy, and communications. Now we'll be getting into the academic part of this presentation. Course review is available before you go abroad. You will meet with your academic counseling units to discuss the courses you plan on taking abroad. For example, if it's for your major, then you will meet with your major department. If it's to satisfy GE requirements, then you will meet with the general counseling unit. Please make sure to keep the syllabi and all documents received while abroad, including class handouts and notes, to support your petition when you return. That's when you return, that's when you officially petition to have these courses meet specific requirements you intend to fulfill. To gather course information, you may visit the UCEAP course catalog. These courses have been previously pre-approved for UC students to take abroad. The type of information you will find will include a course description, number of units, title of the course, and the website will also confirm what courses are lower div and upper div. Most programs are not designed around specific majors. You're not obligated to take courses within your major. For example, you can fulfill GEs. If you're a transfer student, for example, and you're very likely to be done with GEs and language requirements, but thinking of personal, professional development, and that's also an opportunity as well. And you're still making progress towards your degree. Program funding. UCLA Financial Aid is available for all study abroad options we just highlighted: Global Cities, Global Internship, and AP. As long as you are able for the FAFSA, you just need to submit the FAFSA and a DREAM application by the priority deadline. Award amounts can be made up of grants, loans, and scholarships. Several scholarships are available on our website and also on the UCEAP website. You may also consider looking into the Scholarship Resource Center, which is an office here at UCLA that offers additional scholarship opportunities. So there are several opportunities, and we'd like to encourage you to take a look at these opportunities and become familiar with deadlines and criteria, and make sure to plan to apply. How to apply for our programs. Attend a study abroad info session, which you are doing now. Clarify your study abroad goals. Think about what academic goals you would like to fulfill. For example, are you looking to fulfill major requirements, GEs? Are you looking to get an internship and build your resume, get some hands-on work experience? Maybe you'd like to research. Maybe you're thinking about graduate school, and to get some research experience, participating in a research program may be ideal. Consult with your academic and major advisors. Here at the IAO, we do not have academic advisors. We can help you prepare for that conversation and describe what it looks like, but we are not academic advisors. We can help you navigate through our website, through the application process, and help you with anything you may have. For all study abroad options, each one will have its own individual online application. Copies are not necessary. For all programs, you can apply online. Here you will see the website for travel study in global cities that will lead you to the application, the eligibility criteria, competitive or selective. Most programs are first come, first serve. A very few number will have a limited number of spots. Here you see the links for global internships and UCEAP. UCEAP will have a few number of programs that have a limited number of spots. When you visit our website, specifically the deadlines calendar for UCEAP, you will see the programs that have a number of spots, and it will also tell you if those spots are taken and if a wait list has started. If a wait list has started, you can add yourself to the waiting list. Again, the eligibility criteria will vary from program to program. Now, addressing parent guardian concerns. Given that most of our applications, when they open, you will basically be applying anywhere from 6 months to a year in advance, which is plenty of time to share information and discuss your plans with your parents or guardians. Telling them early and being transparent will be key. And informing parents, guardians that studying abroad is an academic experience. It's not a vacation. You will earn units from the host universities that will transfer back to UCLA. And all programs are credit bearing. So if you sign up for an internship, a research opportunity, or just take classes, all of these opportunities will offer units that will count towards your graduation progress. Share health and safety information. With COVID currently impacting the world in general, many questions may come up regarding safety. Our website and the EAP website are equipped with an FAQ regarding COVID. We would like to encourage you to visit these resources and stay informed and updated regarding current events regarding COVID. COVID, again, is being closely monitored, and the websites are updated as events develop. You may get the question, how will you pay for this? You can share financial aid and scholarships are two resources that can help pay for a program. You may get the question, will they cover 100% of the program fee? Well, you can reach out to your financial aid office, which do have a team of financial aid counselors for study abroad. And also, before reaching out to them, I would encourage you to visit the financial aid website. And on the financial aid website, they do have a video that talks about financial aid for EAP programs. So any questions you may have, or any questions your parents may have, may be answered through the UCLA Financial Aid website. And also explain the value of a study abroad experience. If you're looking for work experience through an internship, to build your resume, to maybe practice a language that you've been learning, or to learn about a new culture, visit historic sites, these are great experiences that are available through a study abroad opportunity. And I think this will help family and friends understand the importance of a study abroad experience. Also, if your parents or guardian have questions about your application or the study abroad in general, you may grant the access for programs like travel study, global internship, and global cities. Granting third-party access through MyUCLA is the only step necessary to allow us to have an open conversation regarding your application. For EAP, since EAP and MyUCLA are two different systems, you will need to grant third-party access also in the EAP application portal. It's a very quick process, takes anywhere from 2 to 3 minutes. Once that's done, then our office can have a full-on open conversation regarding your program. This is necessary due to student privacy rights. As students, you have the right to privacy, and in order to discuss openly your application, we need your consent, and also we need you to list who you would like us to have that conversation with. And through this process, you can enter the name of a parent guardian in which you would like to have allow access to this information. A world of resources are here to help you. Detailed program information on our website, one-on-one appointments with study abroad advisors, and appointments with your academic counseling units. And if you wish to be connected with a fellow student that participated in a program, we can make that connection. And it's normal. This is a very common request that we receive from students that would like to learn what the experience was for a recent participant. And also, health insurance, insurance is also provided. And there's a pre-departure orientations available to help you prepare before you go abroad. This resource will help you learn about the processes that's carried out through UCLA, and also an opportunity for you to learn about additional resources, and also an opportunity for you to ask questions, clarifying questions if there's anything that's pending as far as questions. Finally, I would like to encourage you to visit our website and take a look at the Diversity and Identity Abroad page. This is an opportunity to listen to student testimonials. Students here share their experience abroad, and you can learn a lot from this feature. In addition to student testimonials, there's a page or a tab dedicated to first-gen students. This tab has some resources and some questions you can ask yourself when it comes to planning your abroad experience. So there's a lot of information, so we definitely would like for you to take a look at this. In addition to testimonials and tips on communicating study abroad with family and friends, there are also additional tips on funding and general resources. This is a brand new feature to our website. It was added not too long ago by our colleague, Isaguirre, who did a great job in helping put this together for our students. And we would like to encourage you to take a look at this, and hopefully you come away with some valuable resources to move forward with a study abroad application. I would also like to highlight the Global Learning Opportunities Week, which recently passed, but the webinars that ran throughout that week are available online on our on-demand sessions page. So there are several webinars ranging from summer programs to COVID-19, pre-med opportunities, UCLA Financial Aid. So there are several for you to take a look at when you have some time. So please take a look and see if there's anything that you feel you can learn. And there's definitely a lot available. Also, please take a moment to join our email newsletter. Sign up to receive study abroad program updates and communications today. This is the QR code that's available for you. Eventually, this webinar will be posted on our YouTube account, and you will have access to revisit this webinar. This is our office contact information. We have a virtual advising feature. Please feel free to visit our website for virtual advising. You may also reach out to our office directly at info@ieo.ucla.edu. please feel free to also follow us on our social media. We have Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Now, I would like to open it up for Q&A. Eric?
We don't currently have any questions, so we'll just give it a moment.
Okay. Okay. So if you have any questions, please type them in the Q&A box. And we'll wait a couple of minutes to give people time to think about any questions they may have.
So Robert, we received a question. What's the link for the on-demand slide you were just on?
The link?
Yeah, so maybe go back
IO.
one slide.
Yeah. So here on the third bullet point, you will find the link address to the on-demand session.
The next question, are there deadlines coming up for these programs?
As of now, deadlines coming up for some of the EAP programs. We do have some December deadlines. So I would encourage you to, on the same website, you will have access to accessing the EAP deadlines calendar. If you go to io.ucla.edu and then click on the calendar, you will see the December deadlines. For the summer options, travel study, global internship, global cities, all programs will be open by the end of the month, or before the end of the month, excuse me.
And the next question is about housing. So can you share if there are different housing options while studying abroad, on a campus, host family, etc.?
For travel study, global cities, and global internship, housing is part of the program. For EAP, housing is also available. For EAP, some programs may have one type of housing, which may be the dorm. And other programs may have multiple housing options. For example, one program can have dorm, apartment, and a homestay. So it really depends on the program. So if getting, for example, a homestay experience, maybe browsing through different programs and then taking a look at the housing options, and you can see if homestay is available.
And the next question we have, if we are planning on doing the UCLA travel study, but it gets canceled due to COVID, will we receive a refund?
So travel study will have their own policy regarding refunds. Since I am not a travel study advisor, I would recommend reaching out to our office to clarify that policy. It is very flexible, I can say that. But again, I don't want to say yes, no, without having that clarification, since multiple programs will have individual policies regarding the deposit, but it's something we can answer very quickly.
I think that was the last question that we have, but just another one came in. So is there a more popular study abroad destination in your opinion?
Not really. It really depends on your academic goals. I would say if you're looking to fulfill major requirements, some students will take a look at programs that offer the most major courses that are available. Or for example, if you're interested in research, then that really narrows your search because there's only a few that will offer that opportunity. And so maybe getting an early start on researching these options. But to answer your question, it's hard to say which program more popular than the other, because every student is different. Every student is looking for something different. It may be internships, it may be the outdoors, it may be, there's maybe family somewhere, you know, that students will be able to save housing costs and stay with someone. So it really varies. What I say is go with the program that offers the best of what you're looking for.
The next question, can you both share your contact one more time so we can reach out?
Yes. So if you have any questions about, let's say, the deposit for travel study, or where to find it, you can visit our virtual advising, or you can visit our website and take a look at the travels tab, or you can email our office directly. There are definitely multiple ways to reach us. Feel free to use any of these options in order to get the information you need.
Are there study abroad programs specifically geared towards visual arts majors?
Towards visual arts majors, there are several ways to search for that. If you look at the UCEAP website, there is a filter feature where you can search for programs based on subject area. In this case, you can search by visual arts, and in addition to that, you can also search programs based on the term you wish to book for, whether it be summer or fall, and so on.
Okay, so it looks like we don't have any more questions coming in.
Okay. I would like to thank all of you for being here this morning, taking the time out of your day to join us. If any questions come up later, you have our information, you know how to reach us. Please do not hesitate to contact us. We'll be happy to help you throughout your study abroad process.
Robert, we just got 2 more questions.
Oh, great. Yes.
So the first one is there a cheat sheet where we can get a quick guide to all the steps? So I assume this is about the application steps.
As far as a cheat sheet, we don't have necessarily a cheat sheet, but this webinar will be available. You can see the 2 slides, and I'll go back so you can see. For example, it tells you where to apply, and it gives you the website, the application process. The application process for each program is not very long. I'd say anywhere between 15 to 20 minutes. You can complete the application process. But all of these programs are housed on our website, io.ucla.edu. On our website, you will find all of our program options and the application as well.
And the last question I'm seeing, when is the earliest quarter to study abroad?
You can go as soon as this summer, but if you're looking for the academic year, you can go, because you apply basically 6 months to a year in advance. So if you apply now for a fall program, then you will go next fall. So if you're looking to, even participate or maybe multiple programs, that's also available. 56 is the unit max that you can take abroad and bring back to UCLA. So if you plan it right, that can be 3 different programs. I've had students do at least 2 programs. One student was able to do 3. So it is doable and possible to do more than one program, but if you're looking to go as soon as possible, summer of 2021 is the earliest.
There are no more questions right now. Perhaps there might be some more that trickle in, but at this time, it looks like we've gotten to all of them.
Okay, thank you, Eric. I really appreciate you reading the questions. Thank you all for attending this webinar. We look forward to working with you. Please do not hesitate to contact our office if you have any questions. Please enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you so much.